afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this session around data orchestration. Thanks, Sean, for the introduction. Before we start, a quick show of hands. Have you heard about EssilorLuxottica? Just raise your hand if you know about them. Well, way more people compared to the previous session, right? My colleagues apart, of course. So today with this session, you have the chance to hear from the largest retail empire on the planet, EssilorLuxottica. And even if you don't know the corporate name, I'm sure you know about the brands behind it. We are talking about the powerhouse behind icons like Ray-Ban, Oakley, or Sunglass Hut, shaping the future of eye care and eyewear through a retail network that serves hundreds of millions of people all over the world. So it's a massive corporate. As you can tell from the name, we are Italians, so please bear with us with some questionable accent. My colleagues are already used to that. For the ones that is the first time, it will last only 20 minutes, right? So bear with us. Thank you for that. My name is Gianluca, and I'm part of the customer success team in Tealium. And today I have the pleasure and honor to host this session together with Gabriele Bodellini, CX Analytics Manager that lead the team at the intersection between e-commerce, customer behavioral and analytics, and I would say also data science. Yeah. So, Gabriele, welcome and thanks for sharing the story today with us.
Thanks, Gianluca. Ciao, everyone.
So, we have already mentioned, and I've done, I think, a big intro about the company. No pressure, Gabriele, for this session. I would like to ask you your experience around data orchestration, so how you are facing that. We already said it's a giant, EssilorLuxottica is already a successful company. So from outside, I would say that you already have solved data. Actually, working with you and together with you, we know that the reality is different. So the bigger the company, probably the harder is when it comes to data orchestration. So I would like to ask you if you can share your opinion about that and where you are on the data orchestration journey in Luxottica.
Yeah, maybe I'm stating the obvious here, but well, data orchestration is complex for a lot of reasons. Some show perfectly. Some others depend on the company I'm in. So some part for the scale you mentioned before, and some for other reasons like the success that we have. Our situation within the company is quite unique in my opinion. Even in the commerce environment, we have a lot of different pushes for innovation, some other more conservatives. We have a lot of different approaches and sometimes even different silos. So we need to move in this very varied situation and in environment. Another fact is that no one likes taking risk, which is, I think, common to everyone in the room. How we do manage this issue is through A/B testing every implementation. So we need to do a lot of A/B tests to have very stable results before proposing an idea or, of course, making it actionable. So it's kind of tough sometimes. How do, as an analytics team, I said I work in the CX analytics, so in the e-commerce, how do we adapt to the situation? Well, our idea, my propose is to, evolve our role. So I strongly believe that reporting on data is not enough. What we need to do is evolve our role in order to act on the insights we provide. So we say we want to grow through evolution.
And I genuinely love this say because at least in Tealium we call it modern analytics, right? So we need to move from the legacy analytics, let's say legacy and use this word for this session, towards a more modern analytics approach where you pass and move from reporting data to more, let's say, insights and action. So moving from, let's say, be more proactive approach for your team. I would like to go deeper into this, so if you can share how you are approaching this journey towards a more actionable analytics team.
Yeah, this modern analytics, as you call to me, is providing something that other teams, stakeholders of my team, like for example, CRM, conversion rate optimization team, UX design, all that have some data to share with us, have something to align with, making them willing to share their data with us so that we can align data, people, and technology together in order to respond at our best to customer actions and needs, hopefully in real time with our technology. So the problem to me is never technology, is often people. So we need to align and bring them together. And for me, everything starts with analysis. I wouldn't do this job if not. And let me connect to the pyramid that we can maybe have a clear idea of what I'm trying to say and mean. On the top of the pyramid, we have the objective, our goal, the one we discussed before. And then, of course, we have the two pillars. One is analysis, and the other one is connections, meaning both the technological connection among tools, different tools and different sources, but also the connection with people. At the base, you have a data foundation, which for me means to work accordingly to a gold-in, gold-out logic, where our data layer works with a lot of data quality needs, so we lower the risk that we don't want to take, as said before. And while ensuring this data quality, we document every step, every choice we made in dictionaries and documents like that. We have a very well-managed tagging plan, for example, and stuff like that. And then you have audiences. And I think that everybody knows that a partial data is not enough data. So we are using this knowledge to show to everyone that a wrong data or not full amount of data can lead to errors. So you want to share with us all your data in order to obtain a sort of 360 customer view or visitor view in order to win fragmentation and to provide the best experience as possible. Finally, we needed to prove that our ideas, our credibility in this space is right, and we do that with personalization. It's like a buzzword, so it's easy to, break through the minds of our colleagues, of our stakeholders, when we provide the personalization use cases. So that's the idea that we provide. The type of idea that we provide in order to assess our credibility in the space.
Love it, and you are touching so many important things that I just want to highlight. Even one more time, you said aligning people first. So you already have all the technology that you need. Basically, you need to align people first, because we tend to think that technology is just that for achieving a data orchestration. Aligning people sometimes is the main challenge, and that's what we are facing, let's say, so far. Another thing that I want to stress a bit is data foundation and data quality. Again, we can talk about data orchestration, but without proper foundation, which is data quality and data foundation, you cannot achieve successful data orchestration. Lastly, last but not least, actually, personalization. So in your case, is the only way, I would say, to prove the value of your project, but actually is really important, I mean, for measuring the value of the project, deliver the right content in the right moment. And that's a very good, let's say, goal and project we are working on. I would like to bridge the gap between the strategy, so the explanation that we have done so far, and moving a bit more on the execution part. So if you can highlight some use cases, even if they are in progress, but the ones that are valuable for you, sharing some learnings, and if you have results, would be great.
Yeah, I'm real when I say that everything starts with analysis. So I have to bring you within the way we analyze things. We have like 2 or 3 clusters where we put analysis together. So you can consider clusters as type of analysis. And of course, we have behavioral analysis and products analysis, for example. In these blocks you see there, you have our first project in terms of personalization. We know for a fact that people using to visit our website and seeing a lot of product variants tend to spend a bit more than the average visitor. And also on the downturn is they tend to return the product they purchase with higher frequency than the average customer. So knowing that, we propose to orient these customers, these prospects, to a tool of ours, which is the custom configurator tool, which allows you to personalize the color of your frames and to match it with your preferred lenses color, which is a quick win because you gain more from that purchase. It's a bit more expensive than the standard sunglasses. And at the same time, you cannot return it, so because you personalize, so business is happy. The other behavioral analysis we have is about another configurator. I don't know how it is in the UK, but in the US you can purchase prescription lenses online. So you can configure it on the website. And a lot of people go through that funnel and then abandon it. And we discovered at the same time a lot of people were returning on the website, maybe not purchasing, but trying to get more information. So we thought to have an experience for them in order to try to convince them to complete their conversion. Then the products analysis. I think that what differentiates an e-commerce is mostly products. So, and a brand e-commerce in particular has a huge catalog usually. In our case, it's for sure like that. It's very huge. We have a lot of limited edition, a lot of product variants you simply don't find in stores or in other merchants or in other e-commerces. So our idea was to leverage it on this variety of products, applying a simple principle, which is the Pareto law. So we know that 20% of the effort makes the 80% of the results, in our case of revenues. So we focused not on the top products, which are easier to sell and to manage, but on the long tail, which is harder. And we kind of divided all the products and all the families of products we have into analyzable groups. And we are trying to propose a personalization specific accordingly to the relationship between a visitor and the type of product they're visiting. We're still working on it, and maybe next year we will see how it went.
Don't say that, it's a promise already, so that's the appointment for next year. I would like to go a bit more in depth on the use cases, so emphasizing maybe the results again and the learnings in case the use cases are still in progress. And also, if you can share to the audience how and where you are thinking to use Tealium products in each use case, or if you want to emphasize more in one, up to you on the approach.
Yeah. Maybe the next slide can help to imagine what I'm talking about. So imagine you're on a website and you're clicking all those tiles where you see different colors, and you're not finding the one you want. So we came up with this idea to emphasize that CTA, that call to action, which is customize it. And how did we proceed on that? We start collecting all the events change, where by event I mean color change, within Tealium audience stream. So we grouped them into audiences and brought that audiences into audience stream. And then we discussed with, design team, conversion rate optimization teams and designers, how to create an experience that would make the job complete. And after that, we connected the audience stream to our A/B test platform through data layer enrichment. And, we had this quite simple but effective experience that brought a lot of results for us, because nearly doubled against the control group the usage of the tool, and also in terms of purchase, it was amazing results. So business was happy. Then I don't know if you want to also, discuss about this other one. It was a bit less effective than the other one, the one about prescription lenses. In this case, I think that there are still some low-hanging fruits to be used, because we noticed that we had a lot of great results in terms of experiment against control at the beginning of the funnel of the experience we proposed, but in terms of purchase, it wasn't so great. And to me, it was by the fact that the message we provided to the customer wasn't that good. And I think that maybe Tealium Moments IQ can help us in order to get more data and to identify a better experience and to orchestrate something that is more effective than the way we done at first. And about the products, so the very last one I mentioned, I think that an advantage for us will be to maybe through Tealium Audiences sites to provide a clear view of how all the products will be performing after we personalize all the experience of the long tail catalog I mentioned.
In order to have direct access into the data that are available in real time, in the right moment, and within the platform,
Exactly.
I imagine, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Very last question for you today. We need to talk about AI. We know that everyone is racing towards AI, but we need to manage with the proper data orchestration process as well. So, taking in consideration the whole experience and all the journey you went through in the past years, what would be a practical step that you would like to recommend and suggest to the audience today to truly harness AI with strong data orchestration tomorrow?
Well, maybe it's your fault, but when you talk about AI, the first keyword that comes to my mind is context. So Hopefully, if you are in the position to start a data orchestration project in these days, you will be able to start with a clear idea. So the clear idea to me, a sort of promised land that we are trying to reach on reverse, is to build a unified, strong, solid data foundation-based model where everybody is involved and everybody is committed to. So that's where I want to land with all the projects that we have seen today. But if you are the chance to do, commit to building something like that. And you mentioned AI, so why I link it to context. This is where my journalism class comes for help, because the answer to me is, the principle of W's. So context means wondering who your customer is, where they are in their journey within your website or brand experience, what they're trying to achieve and do with your website, and most importantly, why that moment matters business-wise or customer-wise. If you provide the correct answers to all these questions, you are ready to start your journey towards data orchestration. So to me, if you inform with the context all your experience, your journey to data orchestration will be a bit easier than mine, and you're lucky if you if you do.
I couldn't agree more. So totally in line with your message. Gabriele, thank you very much.
Thank you,
for
guys.
sharing
Thank you.
your story.